Alabama and Wisconsin. Big noon kickoff. Oh, it was a blowout. Let's just say 42-10 Alabama. Now, you know what? No one could stop talking about what Alabama had lost. Oh my gosh, Nick Saban's gone. Caleb Downs is gone. But no one focused on what they still had. Alabama this season, I have the stats right here, is first in the 247 talent composite. Despite all that they lost, they are still the most talented team according to the 247 talent composite. That was the story last offseason was, oh my goodness, Alabama lost so much. Are they still a national championship contender? They look the part. And here's the thing about Kalen DeBoer. Kalen DeBoer is a winner. Wherever he goes, his team wins. Whether that's NAIA, whether that's Fresno State, whether that's Washington. And if Kalen DeBoer took Washington, who was 26th in the talent composite, they had 27 4 and 5 stars on their team in 2023. If he can take that team to the national championship, imagine what he could do with 67 4 and 5 stars. That's right. He's got 67 at Alabama. That's a frick of a ton. And you know, I thought coming into the season, I was like, okay, Kalen DeBoer's system with the talent he has on defense, that's a recipe for a national championship. Boom. Right there. That's it. But the main question for Alabama coming into the year, who is going to be their Rome Odunze? Because you saw this receiving core, and you saw Jeremy Bernard, you saw Kendrick Law, you saw Kobe Prentice, and you're like, okay, they have a bunch of solid dudes, but who's going to be that guy? No one in a million years thought it was going to be 17-year-old Ryan Williams, who was born in 2006, 2007, I think it was. Holy crap. I can remember 2007. That is crazy. Ryan Williams is a true freshman. Is averaging nearly 100 yards a game, and he has 4 touchdowns in 3 games. That was the biggest question for Alabama coming into the season. We know DeBoer had the talent. He had the talent that he never had at Washington, and it didn't matter. He took them to the national championship game. But the question was, who was going to be that Rome Odunze, that Jalen McMillan? Ryan Williams is the big play guy that Alabama needs. But this is nitpicking because Alabama looked nothing but great against Wisconsin. And that Nick Saban leaving, I sort of thought Alabama's defense was going to take a step back with Saban gone. I didn't think their offense was going to take a hit at all. Their offense has looked great, possibly even better than last year's offense. But the defense was what I thought was going to take a step back. They've looked fantastic. Their defense has looked the part. And the talent that has been on that defense with the new system, they've gelled fine. Then again, we've seen them play Wisconsin, South Florida, and Western Kentucky. We haven't seen them play that elite opponent. So the verdict is still out on that. We're going to find out in 2 weeks when they play Georgia. What a showdown that's going to be. My goodness gracious. But just a little nitpick. Who's the intermediate guy? And this was one of the questions I had for Alabama coming into the season was, who's going to be the guy when it's 3rd and 8 and you need to move the chains? Because against Western Kentucky or against Wisconsin, those runs are going to be great. You're going to get 3rd and 2s and 3rd and 3s. But on a 3rd and long, who's going to be that guy that can sustainably move the chains for Alabama? Is it Jeremy Bernard? Because Alabama lacked that last year, and it costed them against Michigan. That's the main question. But nonetheless, look, the offensive system's there. The defense is there. Alabama is a bona fide national championship contender. They are. They've proven it. They've destroyed bad teams outside of South Florida where they have struggled. But you know what? It's possible that Alex Golesh might just be Alabama's kryptonite. Everyone has one. And Golesh beat Alabama in 2022. Granted, he had more talent as Tennessee's offensive coordinator. He really messed with them in 2023, and it's the same thing in 24. It might be the same thing. So I like where Alabama is. And they answered one of their biggest questions, which is who's going to be that guy? Who's going to be that Rome Odunze that Kalen DeBoer's had? Ryan Williams looks like he's going to be the part. And Alabama fans, sit back, relax, and grab your popcorn because Ryan Williams is 17 years old. So he's going to be around for a long, long time. Crimson Tide roll. Wisconsin, it is unfortunate to see TVD getting hurt. Their QB woes continue. They got destroyed. And Luke Fickell said it best. It hurts when you get a butt whipping like that because, man, they've got some issues to fix for sure in Madison.